Hello and welcome to Mahokenshi. This is actually a game I played on the channel a while ago and it has now released. So if you want to check out the game, there is a link in the description. Highly recommend it because this is an absolutely wonderful samurai adventure where you use cards to attack. And unfortunately, we don't have any of the others available right now, but we're going to be playing as Ayaka here. As you can see, a fearless warrior who will not hesitate to sacrifice her own health and cards to increase her power. Blessed by the Tengu, she has the ability to fly and to rapidly increase her strength. Now, what you've got to bear in mind about this game is that every single one of these heroes is completely different in regards to their play style. I am extremely excited about this. As I said before, I've played this multiple times on the channel before, and I really want to get stuck in here. In the most remote islands of the Celestial Realm, rumors of rebels and uprisings are common, but more recent rumors speak of darker forces and disappearing villagers. You have been sent to investigate. Alright, so it is turn-based, as you can quite clearly tell. There are a variety of different things that you're going to be encountering. For example, different environments on the hexes themselves. For example, this forest right here. If you stand in the forest, it's going to give you +4 defense. Yes, so it does have environmental strategy and tactics. So anyway, we're just going to be moving onward here. And you can actually increase the speed of the turn as well. So that's actually really, really nice. I wonder, is there a way for me to end the turn without clicking on this? No, it doesn't seem like it. Maybe they're going to implement that at some point. Anyway, we're going to be moving on over here to this event. This is basically just the tutorial mission, as you might expect, but obviously it's been a long time since I've played this, and there has been a lot of extra work done on the game, so I'm really interested to see what has gone on. Anyway, a gigantic monolith towers over a clearing. At its foot, a lonely figure smiles and beckons you closer. You recognize the distinctive clothing of the Flowkeeper monks. This order is tasked with guarding the ancestral gateways between the islands. For most people, these portals are the only way to safely travel from island to island. It is unusual to encounter one alone, separated from the rest of his order. Finally, you have come. The islanders were told of your imminent arrival and see it as an omen of good fortune in these troubled times. Alas, if the worrying rumors that have started to spread are true, then I fear terrible events are in store. Tread carefully, Mahokenshi, for the Celestial Islands are no longer the haven of peace they once were. And there we go. Thank you for your warning. I will be on my guard. All right. It is just as the tales say. You are powerful and wise, but please beware. In addition to the recent dangers, the terrain in these parts can be quite treacherous. So, obviously, there are going to be cards that are going to give you additional benefits. So, for example, safe travel is a dash. So, you ignore terrain travel costs in this case. So, for example, let's say I wanted to go on the mountain. Normally, this would cost me 3 energy. However, because I have this card, I can just use, boom, 1 energy, and then we are on top of the mountain. And what's really amazing about being on mountains is that they give you these bonuses, as you can see right here. So I have 1 additional strength, which is attack, basically, and I also have 4 defense. Pretty awesome, right? Yeah, pretty awesome. And otherwise, now we can continue onward. So I'm going to move, I'm probably just going to move here, and then we're going to use safe travel once again to get into the forest with minimal loss of energy. And then we're just going to go over there. I don't even think I needed to do that, to be honest, but you know, it's good to get an idea as to what you can do and what you can't do. Anyway, as you are about to cross the bridge, you sense a hostile presence in front of you. A lone man stands in your way, blocking the bridge. At first, you try to reason with him politely, but he responds only with taunts, jeers, and threats. You realize he has no intention of letting you pass. When you try to force your way past, he draws his weapon, intent on fighting. A perfect warm-up for you. Alright, here we go. You swiftly charge, taking him by surprise. The impact pushes the man back, which leaves him wide open. you gain 4 strike cards and 4 strength for this turn. So obviously strength is a modifier that basically increases the amount of damage that you can deal. As you can see, I have 4 additional strength, and we just have these regular strike cards. As you might expect, you're then going to see your hero slash at the opponent, and we're just going to eliminate him very easily indeed. Wounded, the man collapses to his knees, breathing hard and begging in a teary voice for you to spare his life. He promises information in exchange. Before you can decide, he reveals that he and many other outlaws were hired by a mysterious man wearing a white mask, with the sole purpose of spreading chaos throughout the land, all in exchange for gold and treasure. We never really asked any questions because he paid so well, but be warned, Mahokenshi, I've seen him accompanied by twisted and nightmarish creatures. The man seems honest, but it's hard to believe such a tale could be true in as peaceful a realm as the Celestial Islands. Perhaps you can confirm whether he is telling the truth by inquiring in the nearest village. Alright, so obviously we can now change the camera, as you can see right here. You can rotate it however you like, and you can also, move this, so on and so forth. I'm just using the WASD keys to do that, and also you can scroll in and out, and you can press space to reset that if you so desire. Anyway, I'm just going to be ending the turn here, and we're going to be using safe travel to hopefully get on top of this mountain here. Yes, we can. There we are. And then we can actually go and see what's going on with this fellow. Aha, there we go. All right, so he's obviously on a mountain right now, so he's actually going to be pretty difficult for us to deal with. I'm hopeful that he's actually not gonna... Okay, he actually did attack me. All right, I was actually hopeful that maybe he wouldn't attack me if I didn't attack him, but no. As soon as you go into range, yeah, he's going to attack you. So it's definitely good to kind of get the upper hand here if you can, but otherwise, there we go. We're just gonna wait and see what he decides to do. He's just going to attack us normally, which is absolutely fine. We've got enough HP to really deal with this. As you can see, done and dusted, and now we can move on to the mountain and continue onward. Now, as I said, I do have quite a lot of experience playing this game in the past, so I shouldn't be too bad in comparison to how I would be if I was just playing this normally. And we're otherwise going to just go over here to the card reward, and we're going to be getting something amazing. Okay, so now here's the thing. You can build some very, very strong decks, but only if you're kind of thinking to yourself, okay, what is my deck or what is my hero actually relatively good at? And for me personally, Ayaka is extremely good at massive amounts of damage. She can do great damage, but you also take a lot of damage. She's kind of like a berserker archetype in a sort of way. So the lower health she gets, or the health that she spends, she's going to be doing more damage as a result of that. So for example, you can see here, reduce the target's defense by 15 first if you attack from the plains. So that's really quite powerful. However, I think I'm probably going to be taking weakness because that reduces the damage dealt of the opponent. It's going to be really, really useful for us. Otherwise, we're just going to continue onward here, and maybe I can do safe travels. Do I need to? Yeah, I'm going to do safe travels to hopefully reduce the amount that I have to spend. And there we go. We've now restored ourselves. We get some gold as well. Gold is going to be very useful later on down the line. We're going to do safe travels here as well. And then we'll just move on to here. There we have it. Okay, so this is obviously going to be another mountain, so we're just going to move up, and hello. As you draw near the village, a man standing by the gates comes up to greet you. Greetings, Mahokenshi. May the kami bless your arrival, for we are in desperate need of your help. You quickly learn that this man is the village's chief, and he explains that he has received no news from the northernmost village of the island for several days. He has been unable to investigate this matter further due to the recent increase in bandit activity. We can't send scouts for fear that bandits will attack them, and I cannot send the village guards without having more information, as that would leave the village defenseless. Please, Mahokenshi, you must investigate and find out what happened there. Well, rest assured I will find out what is happening. It is reassuring to know that this matter is in competent hands. I fear you will find the roads leading north are no longer as safe as they once were, but alas, there are too few of us here to keep up with the threat. One last thing, Mahokenshi, please accept this. in exchange for your help. The man takes the sword hanging from his hip and presents it to you. The blade gleams in the sun, showing its quality. It's sure to be of use soon. And so, we now need to locate and search the abandoned village. Okay, so what we can do is we can humbly accept his gift, which is going to allow us to gain base strength, or we can ask for payment or energy instead. I'm going to go for base strength. The elder's face looks solemn as he places the blade in your outstretched hands. This blade has been wielded by each successive village elder for generations. Its enchantment imbues its wielder with great strength as long as they fight for the protection of others. May it serve you well in your current task. The sword's hilt is warm to the touch, in contrast to the coolness of the blade. You gain 1 base strength. Alright, so obviously this is going to be fantastic, because that's basically going to mean that every single time we attack now, we're going to be dealing an extra 1 damage every single time, which is actually super useful. Otherwise, we're just going to be going in to the village here to buy some cards. This is a landmark, as you can see right here. So you can buy new cards here. Your deck will be reset at the start of every mission, so adapt it to fit your objective. In other words, you can basically go for whatever you want to do at that exact moment. Now, for me personally, I'm thinking Breath of the Tengu might actually be really good, but you need to be enraged for that. As you can see, this condition is valid only if you've lost at least 10 health since your previous turn. Yes, maybe not. I'm thinking acrobatics potentially. Dash 2 tiles sounds pretty good actually, so I'm going to go for that. Just going to buy it straight up, and that's all I really want to go for. Alright, so there is a card reward here as well. I don't actually have any energy, and there's also an enemy there too. So what I'd like to do now this is one of those big things that you've got to take into account when playing this game. Environment, as I've already mentioned, is a very big deal. So if, for example, you can actually get onto this mountain here, you're going to have a much better time of things than otherwise. But yeah, this is going to be really nice and easy for us to deal with these guys right here. As you can see, Tactical Strike really coming in mighty handy. Look at how easy it was for us to eliminate that guy. And we can actually, going to use Safe Travel to change our energy cost there. And we can now pick a card. Look at this. We can now actually go for Acrobatics 2. So yeah, we're going to get another Acrobatics because that's just I mean, really, it's going to do so much for us. It really is. So now I have 2 energy. So what can I do? Well, I'm actually going to be using Acrobatics to start dashing through this. Boom. And now we're going to start getting attacked, which is absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that because we actually have 4 defense being in the forest here. And this is going to make all the difference in the world for how much damage we can actually do and how much damage we can negate. I'm actually going to use fast travel to get back here, or safe travel, shall we say, to get back here. And look at this. We now have the ability to channel the pain, which allows us to draw 2 cards. At the moment, I don't really think I need this so badly. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take Battle Tactics instead, because this allows me to deal damage and also draw a card, so I'm pretty happy with that. And we also probably want to start replacing our basic strike cards as fast as possible, because at the moment we don't really need, you know, 5 damage from these, or 6 damage, or whatever they're going to be. It's not really going to be that useful. Destroy cards from your deck. Oh yes, absolutely perfect. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to destroy strike. How many can I destroy? All of these? Oh, it's going to cost me 200. Yep, we're just going to destroy all of those. There we go. Super nice and easy. This is going to be great. And then we're just going to go in here and we're going to hopefully get something that will do more damage. Okay, so now here we go. This is actually fantastic. Look at this. Look at Heavy Strike right now. Deal 9 damage. Strength affects this card 3 times. So, in other words, if you have an additional bonus or gain strength in some way or another, this card is going to be amazing. I'm actually going to be taking Vengeful Strike, however, because it is just a little bit more usable thanks to its energy cost. Because its energy cost right now is 2, the Heavy Strike thing, which is going to be way too much for me, in my opinion. So we're just going to move on here and see whether we can actually do some damage to this guy. And we're just going to go straight on in. Use Battle Tactics. It doesn't really matter what we use, to be honest. But we're just going to get this guy dead. He's going to die very, very quickly. In fact, I need more attack cards, actually. Now we do have the ability to get a rare card reward, which is definitely going to be something I want. So I'm just going to dash over there real fast. Okay, heavy armor. Discard your card and gain 10 defense per discarded card. That's going to be extremely useful for us. Discard your hand, draw 1 card, gain 1 energy. That could potentially be really, really good. So I'm thinking maybe we want to go for that. Yeah, we'll probably take that. And then we'll do some damage to this guy if we can. I think I'm just going to do this. There we go. We're going to gain some energy back from it, and we're also going to draw some cards, which is going to be nice. There we go. Yep, this is exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah, we're trying to cycle through our cards, you see. Oh, there's also a dojo here. This is actually new as far as I'm aware. I don't think they had dojos before, so this is really nice. Maybe they did, and I just didn't access them, but as you can see, you can now improve your deck. So we're actually going to be moving on in here and seeing if we can upgrade some things. I do have 110 gold, so I should be able to upgrade some things. I'm probably going to upgrade battle tactics. What does it actually do? Draw 2 cards, in actual fact. Okay. This gains me 2 energy. Yeah, I'm going to be going for this one. This sounds like an absolutely fantastic idea, so that's what we're going to do. And I do want to move over to this gold over here too. So I will see if I can do that. That's 2. Yeah, no, we're just going to do safe travel here. Then we'll do acrobatics to get back out. Really, really nice and easy. And we're just going to move close to this guy. Use a nice little vengeful strike on him. That's going to deal massive damage. This is actually a boss by the looks of things. Going to discard our hand. Gain 2 energy from this, which is exactly the reason why I wanted to upgrade that. And we're also going to be apparently not gaining anything, unfortunately. So I'm just going to dash back. He's actually doing something to me right now. Yeah, he's cursing me a little bit, which is absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. So we'll just use safe travel, and then we'll just discard our entire hand, draw new cards, and then just deal damage and kill him. There you go. Nice and easy, right? Yes, nice and easy. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This game is so incredibly cool. The flow of combat within it is so fun to participate in. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but maybe you'll feel the same way. I don't know. I feel like it's really fun. Anyway, search the abandoned village. Your search of the abandoned village bears no fruit, but as you are leaving, you glimpse a small, childlike silhouette disappearing into the woods. Trusting your instincts, you silently follow it. You soon discover a nightmarish scene. Human bodies scattered all over the forest floor, and 3 small creatures, the likes of which you have never seen, busy feasting on the corpses. A little further, you spot a few villagers in a makeshift cage, leaving no doubt that you have found the missing villagers. If you act quickly, you might be able to ambush their captors and save the remaining villagers from the terrible fate that awaits them. Okay, so we can rush in to gain strength, or we can study our surroundings to gain defense. I think we're going to rush in and gain strength. After witnessing the horror, you decide to take no chances with the lives of the remaining villagers. You charge the 3 creatures, hoping to take them by surprise. And look at this, we gained 4 strength for this turn, which is absolutely incredible. This is going to be really, really useful for us. And look at how much damage we can actually deal. We're going to be dealing massive damage to this one because it has the most HP. And then we're just going to be going for the next turn. We're going to take some damage, which is absolutely fine because we've already basically won this just by doing that. We have this. Play this card to destroy it. Oh yeah, well, we might as well do that then. And we might as well just eliminate this guy. He's going to be dead now. He was on a mountain or something like that, so I definitely didn't want him sticking around. We're also going to be eliminating this guy. Look at how much damage I'm dealing right now. It's actually crazy. And technically, I could just dodge over here. Technically, what I could have done was actually go into the forest, which probably would have made more sense. All things considered. Just going to discard my hand for the moment. And then we'll just eliminate this guy really nice and easily. Ooh, it's nice to see that you can actually go above your maximum energy as well. So when you gain energy, when you already have 4, you can actually still go over it. And that's super nice in my opinion. I very much like that. Anyway, there we go. We gained a good amount of experience. We're now level 2 with Ayaka. And that, I think, is going to give us something. I actually don't even know what that's going to give us. That wasn't in the game when I played before. So that's a super nice thing. Hello. We've got additional things added to our collection. Very nice indeed. So we gain more cards every single time we level up. Very good. And now we have reached the realm screen. So we can send our Mahokenshi on missions in the missions tab, as you can see. Strengthen your Mahokenshi in the ways of the Mahoken tab. And that means that completing missions earns you crystals of the Mahoken, which you can spend to deepen your understanding of the ways of the Mahoken. Okay, very nice. Otherwise, challenges are optional objectives that can be achieved in each mission and grant additional crystals as a reward. Okay, this is completely new, by the way. This is completely new. This is not something that was in the game beforehand, so I'm actually very intrigued. So let me see here. What is this? What is that? What is this? I don't know. I don't know what any of this is. So what's this? In this tab, you can use crystals to purchase upgrades that will improve all your Mahokenshi landmarks or items you find in missions. Right. So in other words, upgrade one strike card in your starter deck. That might actually be really, really useful. Safe travel cards grant 2 additional defense. That might be useful too. Start missions with 50 additional gold. Okay, for me personally, I think that the upgrade... yeah, I think the upgrade for the strike card is probably going to be the most useful, because that will actually deal some pretty decent damage initially, and that's kind of what you want. And in this tab, you can view the various challenges for all the missions you've unlocked so far. Every challenge rewards you with crystals. Okay, so in other words, Cradle of Shadows, go to mission, you can get 50. Didn't we already do this? Not entirely sure. Anyway, Pit of Darkness, we can go here. Yeah, we already did that one. So we're just going to go ahead and accept that, and then we will dive in to this mission. Wonderful. I'm very much wanting to see this, and I'm not showing you the cutscenes or anything like that because you probably want to see that yourself when you pick up the game. Anyway, here we go. I'm halfway to level 3. Hopefully we're going to be able to see something past here. Hopefully we're going to be able to get, you know, level 3 and maybe even level 4. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to do that. So my victory objective is to close the corrupted pit. My defeat condition is that the pit is still open at the end of turn 22. So we do have a turn limit, as you can see. So we're going to have to move pretty fast. How have these vile creatures reached the Celestial Islands? Pits tainted by corruption serve as gateways for them. They must be sealed if the Celestial Realm is to be saved, and only you have the power to do so. Alright, and there we go. There is the corrupted pit that we have to get to. Alright, good to know. Alright, so yeah. Now we start with a starter deck, as you know. And so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make a deck once again and hopefully make it as powerful as we possibly can. Otherwise, I'm going to probably continue to go for... probably going to go for Piercing Thrust. That seems like a pretty decent idea to me. And we're just going to be moving on over here. What is that? It's an event. You come across a ransacked merchant caravan, likely the victim of a goblin attack. The few survivors are milling around their carts, desperate for help. An old woman is crying in front of 2 bodies covered by a dirty sheet. She calls out when she notices you. "Monsters! They attacked us without warning and showed no mercy. Please help us." Okay, gain energy or gain gold? Gain energy. After you say you will avenge the merchants, anger replaces their grief. "They killed 8 of us in the attack. Eradicate the same number of them as payback, and we will be able to find peace knowing our dead have been avenged. Do this for us, and we will happily give you any of our wares that were not destroyed or stolen during the attack." Just before you leave, the merchants give you some useful advice to navigate the area. Alright, so we gain 2 energy for this turn, and we also have a quest that gives us cards and gold. This is a side quest, as you can see, and they're optional, and they will take time to complete. But this is obviously going to be adding an additional challenge to the entire experience, which in my opinion is very cool. I like it. Anyway, let's move on over here. I need 2 energy to get through here. Okay, where do we want to go? Card reward there or card reward there? There's a goblin there, but he's on a mountain. I kind of want to go through here, get to the village. Okay, so we're going to go through here, I guess. And we're just going to do that. Alright, so let's see what this card reward actually is. When drawn, recover 4 health. Recovering health, I don't really care too much about recovering health. Flying is very cool though. If you fly, it basically means that you can go over everything, pretty much. So as you can see, Can move freely over but not stop on other characters and water tiles. All travel costs are reduced to 1. In other words, you can go over mountains, you can go over forests, you can go over basically whatever. And that's actually what I'm going to be taking. So, sounds pretty good to me. And we're going to be going over here and basically just attacking this goblin. Sounds like a decent plan. And we're actually going to be doing some decent damage initially as well. So, very nice indeed. We're going to take a little bit of damage from him as well. He's going to move into the forest, which is to be expected, of course. He's probably going to try to reduce the overall damage that he does. Oh, hello. You hear a terrible inhuman roar in the distance and realize you arrived too late to prevent the cult from initiating their plans. Even from here, you can tell the beast that they have summoned is not to be trifled with. You must hurry and seal the corrupted pit to stop the cult from unleashing further chaos. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, this is time limited. Killing the Oni is an optional challenge that can grant you extra crystals. Okay, yeah, well, we're obviously going to be doing that as best we can. Of course, that's going to be a definite thing that we will want to do. And we're just going to be dashing through here and then just moving on like so. There we go. All right. Yeah, so we're going to be attacked by these. Okay, so they've actually improved this a great deal, because beforehand you weren't really sure in the previous version of the game, you weren't really sure whether an enemy would actually attack you or not, and now it is actually very clear whether they will attack you. So I'm very much enjoying that. I like that quite a bit. Oh wow, that was an instant kill. That was actually much faster than I anticipated. Okay. Anyway, let's do fly. Let's do fly while we can, and then we get, look at these wings. These wings are so nicely modeled, in my opinion. Okay, so we're just gonna move over here, and we're just gonna get the 80 gold. I don't have any way of going anywhere else, so we're just gonna get attacked by the goblins here, as you might expect. We're getting attacked. Oh, by multiple different directions. Okay, hello. That's not very nice of you, is it? Okay, so we're just going to do some damage there. This guy's actually an archer. I didn't realize he was an archer, so that's going to be a bit problematic. Let's see if we can actually take him out, or at the very least try. He's going to be moving away from us as well. You absolute scoundrel. This guy is an absolute scoundrel. Terrible, terrible. Okay, so we're just going to use fly once again, because this is going to make it so much easier for us to get after him. And we do have an upgraded version of strike, so I'm just going to use that. And we're going to actually go straight on over here and just pick up the cards, because it's always a good idea to get some cards, isn't it? Yes, I think it's always a good idea. Okay, this has range 2. This is actually really nice. I'm going to be taking Armor Breaker. I think that could be very useful. So you can see here, surveillance and tracking. For example, surveilling enemies will detect you whenever you come close to them and actively track you within a certain range. You can check an enemy's behavior in their character sheet. You can also hover over them to view their surveillance or tracking range. So that's very new as well. That is a very new behavior for the enemies to have. So I am very impressed, actually, because I seem to remember that the game was actually going to come out a lot earlier, but then they decided, because I think they got a new publisher or something along those lines, and they basically said, hey, you know what, we're gonna develop this more, because we have the support of a publisher now, and that's really going to make a huge difference. And look at what they've done. They've done some amazing work here. Very, very impressive. I love that. So let's have a look. Deal 8 damage. When enraged, reduce this. When flying, this has a range of 3. That's actually pretty insane. So we're going to buy that. And I don't have any energy anymore. What is this over here? What is that? Altar of Vitality, increase your max health. Don't know whether I can really afford to do anything like that. Altar of Strength, yes, we can definitely afford to do that. So we will go ahead and do that. And this is Strike Plus. We're just going to eliminate this guy. There we go. And can we enter this? Or wait a minute. Why can't I? There we go. Okay, I need to meditate here. Okay, so I actually need to... Okay, so that's +2 base strength. That's actually kind of crazy and pretty useful. Can I actually get over here? Okay, yeah, that's going to be difficult, isn't it? Oh, this is a rare card as well. Shouldn't be doing this, to be honest. Really shouldn't be doing this. I'm going to take Vengeful Strike. I very much like that. Okay, so that is a castle where we can acquire talismans. I want the shrine. I want to go to the shrine and go to the gold and all that stuff. I am actually kind of worried that I'm taking a bit too long here, so I'm not best pleased about that, all things considered. Let me just go over to the gold here. What is this next to me? Is that the dojo? Yeah, that is the dojo. Okay, so the dojo right now is not really that important to me. I really want to remove my strike cards as fast as I possibly can. So we're just going to move over here, and then we'll go into the shrine to hopefully destroy some of our cards. So we're going to get rid of... these cards. Do we have another strike card? There we go. So that's 150 that we're removing. Do I need to remove anything else? I'm thinking probably not. I think everything else is looking pretty decent, so we're just going to remove everything else there, and there we have it. So that's actually pretty cheap, what we did there, and we can now. Can I move over here? Yeah, I mean I can use this, and then I can probably move there easily. Not as easily. Okay, talismans grant you powerful and unique bonuses. You can obtain them in castles. Level up your Mahokenshi to unlock additional talismans. Okay, good to know. So we can obviously go in there in just a second. So let's do that. Here we go. Acquire new talisman. What does it actually do though? Okay, here we go. Gain 2 energy every 4 turns. Gain 2 energy when you kill an enemy. Gain 3 defense every time you play a card that costs 2 energy or more. Okay, I'm going to gain 2 energy every 4 turns. I think that seems pretty good. Does it? Maybe it's not even that good, to be honest. Okay, so let's make our way over here. Get this card, gain 8 defense, draw 2 cards. No, we're just going to do that one. And what is this? Increase your base draw. Well, there's the Oni right there. Technically, we could go and fight that thing. Yeah, I guess. We'll go and fight that thing in just a second. It's got 40 HP. Do bear that in mind. It has 40 HP, which is actually kind of hard, I guess. So yeah, I guess we're just going to go over here. And I'd like to go and get this, because that's going to heal me back up to full HP. This thing is probably going to want to murder me in just a second. I'm wondering... Yeah, it is going to attack me. They're both going to attack me at the same time, which is not good. Gonna use fly, as I now have the range to kill this guy. Ooh, I don't have the range to kill this guy. Oh, now I'm sad. Okay, let me just move here. Vengeful Strike is too much. Ooh, that's too much damage. Oh well, never mind. I will do it just to get him out the way. And then we're actually going to move over here onto the mountain, because if this Oni is going to continue following me, being on the mountain is going to be perfect. Yeah, that is absolutely fine. I really do not mind him doing that. That is very, very good for us. So let's use vulnerability on this fellow. We just don't have enough card draw at the moment, in my opinion. We're going to use that. We're going to use this to hopefully gain some more cards that are going to be useful. Please give me something that's actually going to deal damage. Yes, there we go. 2 things that actually deal damage. And wow, look at that. Super easy kill. And we now have the ability to go into the village if we want to buy some more cards. Or we can literally just go ahead and kill a couple more goblins, which is probably going to be what I'll end up doing. Actually, should we just go in here? I mean, we have enough time. I have 7 turns. I think I have enough time, potentially. Reckless Strike. No, probably not going to be taking that. We could go for Breath of the Tengu, or we could go for Vengeful Strike once again. Yeah, I'm going to buy that one. And there we have it. Okay. Yeah, so we have 7 turns, which is actually, I think, pretty good. I think I should be fine. Let's just eliminate this guy real fast. And this is gonna, yeah, this is a safe travel for sure. Acrobatics, thank you very much. Definitely needed acrobatics. It's so incredibly useful, it really is. Unfortunately, I'm not... Is this a hill? No, this is a forest. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have anything here. Right, increase my base energy. I guess I'm just gonna go over here. Increase my base energy, and that's going to be super, super useful for us. This guy's actually a boss, so I'm going to move on to these mountains, and... Ooh, hello. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, wow. Yeah, this is not that useful. This is not that useful. I'm going to go for Heavy Strike, I guess, and that is all we can really do. Okay, so obviously we're going to get the goblin thing done. We're going to get the goblin kills thing done relatively simply. We're going to just use this to attack this guy. He's going to die really, really fast. He's dead. Boom. Super nice and easy. We can... There we go. You slay the final goblin, as requested by the merchants of the caravan you encountered earlier. One of them, who had been following you from a safe distance, runs up to you and hands you your reward. 1 piercing thrust, 1 purging vial, 1 fresh horse card, and 200 gold. Yeah, by the way, the fresh horse is absolutely amazing, by the way. It allows you to dash 4 tiles. It is destroyed, however, after being played, of course, as you might expect. Alright, so we're just gonna murder this guy. Purging Vial, what does this do? Recover 9 health. Okay, yeah, I don't really mind about that too much. We're actually just gonna be playing this just to get some more cards, just to eliminate this guy. There we go, nice and easy. Just gonna play this just to heal myself. And we're also gonna be using Fresh Horse as well. And we're gonna be getting all the way over to the Corrupted Pit. And this guy's gonna be attacking me in just a second as well. Okay, so he's obviously going to be using Curse, which is absolutely fine. I'm just going to play that straight away. We'll use this to dash onto the Corrupted Pit, and then we can hopefully deal some damage to him. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just fly. I'm going to just fly so we can get back onto one of the mountains as well, and then we can do some damage to him. There we go. Is he dead? Yes, he is. Look at that. Nice and easy. And we can then just go down here, and we're done. The most remote corners of the Celestial Islands hide the foulest creatures. Seal the pit. And there we are. Victory with 3 turns to spare. Not sure if I mean, I could have definitely gone faster if I didn't have the side quest to do, but I really did want to do that. I mean, generally you want to do as many side quests as you can, because then you're going to have the ability to get more experience, you get more fun as well, because for me personally, I actually really like doing those. It adds a whole extra bit of you know, challenge to the whole thing and dynamicism, and I really love that. Anyway, gain 2 strength when you have less than half your health. Gain 1 strength when you play a move card. Both of these are talismans that are now unlocked for Ayaka, which I am very pleased to see are going to increase my strength. Aha! And now we have unlocked a new character, Kaito. A serious threat casts its shadow over the realm. The enemies you just faced were no mere outlaws. They are rabid monsters, summoned by an evil cult that is dead set on destroying the islands we call home. You will need my help if you want to see your mission through. It would be my honor to join you in your struggle against those who want to invade and destroy our peaceful islands. Okay, so I have no idea what he's about. I really don't know what he's about. In this tab, you can review the story behind every hero you've unlocked so far. Okay, so yeah, you can see here that there's equipment, talisman, collections, and so on and so forth. And as you can see, he's probably more to do with defense, I guess, right? He's got heavy armor, so I think he's more to do with defense than the other people. And there's the map, and as you can see, we have 3 different missions now to do. I'm probably going to be speccing into this 1 additional common card slot in the marketplace. I mean, technically we can do that, and then we can do something else. We could do the first upgrade in a dojo is free, so that's actually kind of useful for us. And we can also take something else here. So for example, we can take safe travel cards. We can start missions with 50 additional gold, add 1 talisman slot in castles, and so on and so on and so on. There's actually a lot of different upgrades here. I'm probably just going to save my crystals for the moment. We also have challenges available here too, so you can see here that there's Goblin Swarm and so on and so forth. So for example, we've got the Goblin Swarm here. So if I want to do this is a side mission, of course, and when we want to do this, that's going to give me additional crystals. Anyway, that's probably going to be it for this episode. If you'd like to see more from me and Mahokenshi, then by all means let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, if you'd like to check out the game itself, there is a link in the description. Highly recommended. It was super fun back then when I played it in the preview version, and it is even better now, I am very happy to say. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.